Hello, this is Demonic Eye Gamer here. Just kind of want to use this vlog as kind of like a vent. So, one thing that bugged me today is I went to 7-Eleven and bought these two Starbucks double shot energy drinks. And I was charged $4.06. So, $4 for the two plus the tax, 6 cents. Today, I showed up again to 7-Eleven and they charged me, well, they were going to charge me $4.10. So somehow the tax changed within the day. And because I had total $10 in change, so I bought $10 worth of stuff. Well, $9.50 worth of stuff. And the guy there was trying to tell me that price has been there all day. I'm like, no, it hasn't. Earlier this morning, I went and I purchased, it was $4.06. It still should be no way that the tax would change like within a couple of hours to $4.10. I was like, it doesn't add up. And he's like, well, the computer doesn't lie. I was like, well, technically the computer does lie. Me knowing programming, like it doesn't inherently lie. But unless they had an update or maybe it was tampered with or something happened to where an extra 5 cents was added. Now I know this is probably just petty venting, but like I don't know, it just kind of bugs me because at this current 7-Eleven I feel like they're not advertising their prices. I go in there and I'm pretty good at totaling everything up plus the CRV because here in California there's CRV, which is the tax applied, and I go up to the counter and I go make a purchase and it comes out to a ridiculous amount. Way more than what I've calculated. And I usually don't make a big deal about it, but this time, I get paid on Wednesday the 1st. So I had like my last $10 until I get paid, and I wanted to get some stuff there. So I go in there with the exact change, and I told them to scan everything up, give me the 2 drinks and everything, and it comes out to $9.50. So I give them the $10. And he's like, okay, here you go. So he gives me my items, but he only gives me 1 drink. I'm like, no, I purchased 2. He says, no, you purchased 1. So I'm looking at the receipt, and if you ever seen a 7-Eleven receipt, it really doesn't explain anything. I mean, it kind of explains its prices, but it kind of doesn't. And I'm sitting there wondering, why is it $4.10? Because I haven't scanned 2 up separately to tell me the price. It says $4.10, and I'm like, no, that's bogus. I was literally in there and it was $4.06. So an increase of 4 cents, and we're going back and forth, and there's people coming in. There's a long line, so I'm waiting to decide. So when it's not busy, we go and try to figure this out. And I was like, well, earlier today you had a trainee working. And he's like, no. And I was like, well, was there 2 women working earlier today? And he says no. And then he's like, well, yeah, but. And I was like, okay, so one of them seemed like a trainee, and I got charged $4.06. So either she messed up or your computer's wrong. And he's like, well, computers don't lie. I was like, computers do lie. Again, they don't inherently lie, but if someone makes a mistake, the computer will only show the price of that mistake. So either I got a 4 cents discount because he was telling me that price was all day. That price did not change all day. Or that he's overcharging me. And like I really just wanted to vent about it because eventually I ended up leaving 7-Eleven just with my one drink and um the other products I purchased, and it just really bugged me. So probably not gonna be shopping at 7-Eleven anymore, just because like I don't know, just going in there, they just seem kind of overpriced. Like when I went in there, I mean they don't have great pizzas, but they got something to munch on there. And on their thing it said like a slice of pizza is like $1.50, and somehow I got charged like $3 and some extra change. I went in there, I bought a small quarter milk, and again 2 Starbucks. I drink those all the time. And what else did I get? I got a couple other items, and somehow it came out to like $30. I'm like, no, like that's too much. So quick note, I'm not sure if the prices are, if you guys are having the same issues at other 7-Eleven. I know this is not game related, but it is just something that bugged me today. The other thing is I'm sitting here. I just got Windows 10 a couple of days ago, and I'm using Cortana. And I noticed Cortana sucks, like compared to Siri. Um, Siri at least tries to answer you as much as possible, and she can't get an answer, she'll tell you. But I asked Siri a couple of questions, and I was like, "Are you a circle?" And instead of giving me an answer, it just kept saying thinking, thinking, thinking. It eventually froze the computer. So apparently that question is something that can freeze the computer. Trying to get more like personality, just messing around with Cortana, trying to get more personality questions that I don't know, maybe Cortana could answer. Like she had answers about Suri, and she had answers. She had some decent answers. There's some answers she dodged, and then other answers she would just pop up Bing and just show me the answer. But Microsoft, goddamn, like there's probably a lot of people when they get Cortana, they want to ask Siri about questions about Halo or something to see what her response is. And it would be nice to, like, if they're going to use the name Cortana, have Cortana respond more similar to Cortana. Like, if I say something about Halo, like, who is John 117, it'd be nice to have Cortana respond. Cortana will only respond if you say Master Chief. She'll kind of give you some answers and everything like that, but it just seems like a very dead search. Probably gonna uninstall because, like, from what I saw online and when I saw other videos, maybe Cortana's better on the phones, on the Windows phones, which Windows phones overall I personally think suck. I'll never get a Windows phone. My mother got a Windows phone, and it was so much locked down. I couldn't really add any she wanted certain ringtones and couldn't add that. Very locked down software, but I don't know. I'm not sure if many people complain, but Cortana is useless. I mean, she gets she's able to pick up when I say something, which is surprising because I have like a weird accent. I know my voice tone is weird, and I kind of talk a little bit slow, but she's able to kind of pick it up, and which is good for voice recognition, but at least add some personality to your little search AI and everything like that. I don't know, maybe I wasn't asking the right questions, but so far my experience with Windows 10 is poor. I mean, I'm seeing little improvements, but certain games are running a lot slower. Rendering time, I got a video that I was rendering, instead of taking an hour, and I didn't change the settings for my rendering, it took almost 5 hours to render one video, with the same settings that I used before when I was on Windows 7. It only took an hour. And I don't have all day to lock down my computer for 5 hours. It's ridiculous. Yeah, so that's just pretty much what I just wanted to vent. Other notes, I do got a new video going up on the channel. It's my quick look of Active Aggression Reboot Edition full game, not just the beta, which I was completely kind of like disappointed. They didn't do anything since the beta. I didn't really see many changes, and that's disappointing because the only change that I saw is from the regular edition to beta is the resource, and some of the vehicles. But other than that, they did not make much changes in performance or anything. I know some people on certain computers, their main menu, the video that plays in the main menu runs perfectly fine, but on my system, it doesn't. And I have a pretty well-known graphics card, the 780 Ti, which was a popular graphics card. And I keep mentioning my computer specs because I built this computer for gaming. I built it for streaming, and it's also built for recording videos. And I should not have issues with the game. And there's no improvement between Windows 10 and Windows 7 on that specific game. It's still the main menu runs like crap. All their other games run fine. Active Aggression main menu works fine. But Active Aggression Reboot Edition, the main menu is severely flawed. Surprisingly, on a good note though, I played the recent Batman game that came out, and a lot of people said that was broken. Surprisingly for me, it ran fine. I had to disable like a couple of things, pretty much just with the rain. It seems like, and from what I read, it was the rain that was causing a huge bunch of the issues. But for the most part, that game ran fine, and honestly, I think it's worth the price now. I waited until they released a bunch of patches, but I didn't see anything in the reviews saying, hey, this is now workable condition. I haven't seen anybody update on that. If there's any games you want me to recheck out, because you're wondering if the game's broken still after updates, because these games they come out broken. And then when they do get updated, they usually kind of work. Another game I'm having issues with is Squad. I would have to run it in low settings for it to even function. And then you can't really see much in the lowest settings. And that game should be running fine on my machine, at least medium to high settings. I could play Rainbow Six on high settings. I could play Grand Theft Auto on ultra settings. Squad's not that big of a game. It should be fine on high settings, but I'm not sure if they're working on optimization. A game that's been completely forgotten is Arma 3. And I say forgotten is because in Arma 3, the best way to play Arma 3 is at high graphics, because the moment you start lowering the graphics, it actually hurts the performance of the system. Now at high graphics, it runs semi-decent, but your frame rate is still going to be tanking. Like there's times that I'll be moving between 15 to 25 frames per second. And that shouldn't be happening. Like, I'm not sure if anybody else is having that frame rate issue, but it's like trying to find the sweet spot for that in NVIDIA. I did the NVIDIA optimization, see if NVIDIA can figure it out. NVIDIA couldn't figure it out. That game So I just stopped playing Arma 3. I really liked the idea of Arma 3. I played Arma 2, and then I played the Flashpoint series, and they all ran decent, but Arma 3, I mean, it looks pretty, but it's broken. Not only that, their campaign is broken. From what I heard, they still haven't fixed that. Apparently, when you get to the second chapter, there's a guy you gotta go meet, and there's a mine right in front of him. And the only way to talk to him is you gotta sneak up behind him, because if you walk straight up to him, the mine goes off. But they don't tell you that there's mines in the area or around him, so it's like, is the developers trolling the players, or did they just completely forget or randomly place something? Who knows? But that's just me talking about my frustrations. I just needed a vent. This is Demonic Eye Gamer. If you like this video or any of my videos, please subscribe. And if you like the video, make sure you hit the like button. That's what it's there for. If you dislike the video, hit the dislike. It's up to you. But I am signing off.